What's up, everybody? Liv here. Welcome back to the channel, and thank you guys for watching. So listen, by the time you receive this video, it's going to be Christmas Eve or Christmas-ish, sometime around then. So I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Feliz Navidad, Happy New Year, all that good stuff. And I'm wishing you great wealth, health, and prosperity in the year 2023. So enjoy it. Good luck. And I'm rooting for you all. Before we get any further into the video, please go ahead and like and subscribe and share if you care. That helps the algorithm. And we're going to get into this review. Now, before we get deep into the review, I would like to thank Brown Nails for sending over this beautiful and lovely Sauer P226 single action only Legion. All right, we're going to get into it. But if you don't know much about Brown Nails, they help you with all of your 2A needs, parts, accessories, optic, ammo, anything you need. Go check them out. And a lot of times, if you're new to their website, they'll automatically give you a $10 coupon. So check out the sales that they have for the holidays, and we're going to get into this video. So thank you, Brown Nails, for sending this over. All right, here it is. I try to wear a shirt where this will have a great contrast on camera, so I hope it's doing its justice. All right, this is the Sauer P226 Legion single action only RXP. That's a lot, and it's topped with the Romeo 1 Pro. This is arguably one of the best firearms ever made. And I'm late to the game, so take this review with a grain of salt, because there are a sundry of reviews online that will go into great detail about this firearm. I'm just going to give you a synopsis of it, because like I said, you have to do your own research, right? And there are other YouTubers out there, plus the Googles, that will help you research and get all the information that you need. And plus, I don't want this video to be too long. But this firearm, I'm actually upset that I didn't have it sooner. This is a remarkable firearm, and now I understand why the Navy SEALs adopted it as its sidearm for so many years. So we're going to get into some of the specifications, and then we're going to go from there. All right, here we go. So the Sauer P226 Legion RXP single action only is a 9mm semi-automatic pistol. It has a 4.4-inch carbon steel barrel with X-ray day and night sights. It has custom G10 grips that are removable. It comes with an Elite Legion gray coating that's going to help with corrosion and all the elements. And it's topped with a Romeo Pro 1 red dot, which comes with a 3 MOA. It also comes with 3 magazines, 10+1, or if you're in a free state, 15+1. It also weighs about 33 ounces. All right, so a little bit of history. This firearm has been around for 20 plus years now. The Navy SEALs adopted it as its sidearm for many, many years. And I believe that from my research, I believe that's what made it famous. Now, the 226 come in many variants, okay? But this is the Legion variant. Now, the Legion is the top of the line when it comes to the P226 variants, okay? And what makes it the top of the line is all the enhancements. Now, this firearm has been used in the military, law enforcement, competition, and the concealed carry world. So it is very versatile, and it has been proven over time that is very durable and is super duper reliable. All right, so that's that. All right, so I'm going to try to go from slide to frame and front to back and give you just an overview without going into much details. Okay, so first of all, it's unloaded. Let me just show y'all that real quick. Okay, it has a 4.4-inch carbon steel barrel. It has the Legion gray finish. It's a coating that they put on here that is great for corrosion, great for the different elements. It comes with the SIG X-ray day and night sights. So it has the green front post. I'm trying to show it to you without showing you the red dot. The green front post with the tritium in it, and then as you can see, has the serrated blacked out rear with the tritium inside. So So they obviously will glow at night. Okay. It comes with the Romeo 1 Pro 3 MOA red dot. Also has front and rear serrations. It also comes with an ambi safety that's right there, tactile and audible. Okay, as you can see, the hammer is down. So when the safety is up, it will not fire. Once you drop the safety and pull the trigger, the hammer will drop. Okay, so we talked about the slide. Oh, the slide is steel, the frame is alloy. So as we're going into the frame, let's go right into the trigger. I'm not going to dry fire this a lot, but just to give you an idea, the single action only trigger is amazing. Now the trigger has the same consistent pull and as close you would get to a 1911. It's not a double action, single action on this variant. This is a single action only. So you're just going to have your external safety and the trigger mechanism. So here we go. It's a fair amount of take up. It gives you a good reference of where your wall is. Okay, so plenty of take up, wall, break. All right, and the reset is very short. Here we go. That's it. There you go. Okay, so again, the trigger pull is very consistent. The weight of the trigger pull is about 3 pounds from what I've seen. I have not weighed it myself, but that's what it's going for online. Okay, very consistent. It also has a 90-degree trigger pull, meaning once you get to this wall and you pull the trigger, it's right at 90 degrees, if you can see that. Okay, so the trigger pull is very nice. It's as close you're going to get to a 1911. It's consistent. It's an amazing trigger. They did a great job with this trigger. All right, so now as we go down the frame, as you can see, you have the G10 grips. Now these are removable. Now you can decide if you want to get some other grips on here that might be more customized for you. You can do that, but this grip just melts in your hand. I mean, it's almost like the grip in your hand and the gun is all one entity. I swear, when I was shooting this, I felt like I could do more. And again, I'm in the indoor range. I wish I had more options out here to shoot plates and all that good stuff, but I'm in the indoor range, and it was like begging me to do more and begging me to go faster and begging me to just, put it through its paces. And unfortunately, I couldn't do all that, but there are other videos online that will show you that. But these G10 grips were excellent. As you can see, there's front checkering. There's checkering underneath the trigger guard, and there's a X5 cut underneath the trigger guard that allows you to get your hand underneath the trigger guard and high up on the back of the grip, because the beaver tail is also designed where you can get right under it so that you can handle this firearm, which is quite large if you have smaller hands than I do. Because I have bigger hands, I was able to control it a little bit more, but it is a lot of firepower and it is a pretty big firearm. So you're going to have your grip on point. You have to really practice that to mitigate some of that recoil, because the bore axis is it's a little high. Okay, we always talk about SIG having a high bore axis, but it is high, but nothing that you can't mitigate with the undercut and the beaver tail aiding you in getting your hand up under that trigger guard and around that grip. So they did a really good job of that. It also comes with 3 magazines, okay, which I appreciate SIG for doing that, because 2 magazines nowadays, come on, that's not working. 3 minimum, especially when you're paying $15.99 for a firearm like this, which again you can find on Brownells. So you also have the option of getting it without the Romeo 1, and I believe it's a little bit less. What else? Because I don't want to miss anything. The Firearm has a lot of serrations. So you have the front serrations, the rear serrations. You have the serrations on the takedown lever right in there. You have the serrations on the slide stop. You have the serrations on the safety. You have the serrations on the magazine. And also, again, the serrations on the front of the grip, underneath the trigger guard, and as well on the front of the firearm, because some people like to put their hand there. So it's designed where you can get a lot of grip. Also, there's a little bit of serrations on the back of the hammer, okay? Now, as far as the durability and the accuracy and the reliability, I'm gonna be honest with you. I shot about 220 rounds through here. Winchester and Herder's 115, not the best ammo, not one hiccup, okay? Completely accurate. I shot out to maybe 20, 25 yards, and it was very accurate. The trigger allowed me to get quick follow-up shots, and there's not a lot of movement within the trigger, so the gun wasn't going all over the place. So typically, if you don't have the best grip or you don't have best trigger control, when you get a not so great trigger, it doesn't really help with your accuracy. But this trigger is amazing, so it did really well. Now, as far as durability, I didn't run it through its paces. Like I said, it left me wanting to do more, but there are other videos online that talks about its durability, okay? Again, but it was accurate, didn't have any issues with that. The ergos helped me with the accuracy too. I meant to add that. Because it has great ergonomics, I was able to really be an extension of the firearm and press out to my target, which really helped aid in the accuracy. But outside of that, I didn't do any long distance shooting, so I can't really attest for that. But the ammo that went through it was without a hiccup, and the durability, you can find other videos on that. If I have to think of a con, there are no cons, right? There are none, straight up. But if I have to put out a con, I will say that because it's used in law enforcement, military, I don't know if they use the Romeo 1 Pro or if they just use the regular sights, which has a ledge here. You can't really see it, but if you need to rack your slide or manipulate the slide off of anything or off of your body, you can, which I love that because they're more of a, they're built for combat, I guess. But with that being said, I don't know how durable this optic would be, but as far as like a range firearm, a home defense, even a EDC, right? This optic would be just fine, okay? So that's me nitpicking. The other thing, if I'm going to nitpick, I would say that I would have liked the magazine to have a base plate. So it's flush. All three magazines are flush. I like a base plate, okay? Last one, if I'm nitpicking, okay? I'm just doing it because I don't want anyone to say, oh, you love the firearm because Brownell sent it to you, yada, yada, yada. No, if I have to nitpick, I would say because this firearm could be used in competition, you have to think of fast reloads, right? So the mag well isn't really flared. So it looks flared because of the outside, but if you look inside, it's really squared off. It's just squared off. It's not flared. So when you go to do a quick reload, it could, hit because it's not flared. Like again, on the outside, it looks flared. But when you see the actual cutout, it's not flared. So a quick reload could make you stumble a little bit, but that's if you're using it for competition. Maybe even duty, it might have been beneficial to have a little bit of a flare, but again, that's me picking. Overall, listen, if you can afford it, and it's Christmas time and you want to treat yourself and you feel like you have to have a Legion in your arsenal, do not hesitate. You can also find them used. I've seen them in the gun stores used without the optic for like maybe 12. Sometimes you get lucky, like lucky, $11.50 or so in stores. So you can get lucky and find one. And because of this carbon steel barrel, it's gonna last an eternity. Now this one is dirty. That's why you see I fired the 250 rounds, but I didn't clean it. So it's dirty. And also I fired it right out of the box. I didn't give it any lube, none of that. I fired it. And so I always like to give it some lube on top of the barrel so it doesn't look like that. But if I clean it off, it'll be just fine. But yeah, right out of the box. Now I'm going to put more rounds to this. And I probably have to give you guys an update maybe when it gets a little warmer. Or to be honest, I might take it out in the cold and utilize my gloves that I bought and I just never use them outside because I hate shooting when it's cold. But if you're going to be carrying this for duty or something like that, you might want to practice in the cold because you never know when you're going to use it, right? So in sum, it's durable, it's reliable, it has a SIG name, it's a Legion, it's proven, it's one of the best guns ever made. The cons are non-existent. I practically made them up, but I had to because I wanted to like really give you guys an honest opinion. The optic could be stronger. I would love to have a base plate, and I wish the mag well was a little more flared. None of those cons take away from what this firearm has the ability to do, and it is a fighter. So you guys let me know. I know I'm late to the game. You guys will probably tell me more, but let me know if you have this, if you don't, if you shot it, how you feel about it. Maybe you have the double action, single action version. Maybe you have another version of the P226, but you guys let me know. I hope I didn't miss anything, and if I did, put it down in the comments. But outside of that, Brownells, thank you for sending this over. I love it. I'm like fumbling over my words because I'm excited and because my braces, but which are coming off in a few months too, by the way. So I think in a few months I have, anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll do another video on that, but get you one if you can. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and I'll see you in 2023.